Hello, it's time for the answer to July 13th. Always keep fighting. Guess the supernatural scene. The boys gain a favor. In what episode of Supernatural? It's a main ingredient in Season 7, Episode 22. There will be blood.
Here's what I don't understand. Edgar, you are aware that your little additive has side effects, yes?
Dick warned you there might be kinks.
Yes, he also said he'd be in touch. My children are in a panic. You don't call, you don't write, you don't send cookies. Where exactly on the list is fixing our plague?
My dear friend, nowhere. We want you to burn like the little roaches you are.
Roman said if I kept quiet, I would get my reward.
And now you get to lay down and die. Nothing personal. Our additive kills the wolves, too. The shifters and those disgusting little things that eat corpses. Anything with a taste for human. Except us. Mankind's a limited resource, after all.
There are 7 billion of them.
Only 7.
We come from you.
Barely.
I am the son of Eve.
A pathetic mutt. Hardly one of us. I knew Eve. And honestly, your mommy was a whore. Don't squirm. I need every last drop.
Grab a glass. We're juicing this freak.
No!
Stay back!
Leave her alone. She's been through quite enough.
That's Rich. Coming from the guy who took her off the swing set.
Do you want to do this fight? Or do you want my blood? For taking care of Edgar. Now go.
Rick Worthy is so great in this role. I've yet to see him in anything that I didn't like him in. Here's Rick on Cameo.
Christa. Hi, Christa. It's Rick. I was going to vamp out for you and grow my fangs, but I decided to just really sort of just be myself and answer your question. Thank you so much for watching Supernatural. Thanks for the love, as always. Any Supernatural fan is an instant friend of mine. So if we ever meet, beer's on me. Wine, water, coffee, whatever you drink. I love your question. What was the coolest thing about being the alpha vamp on Supernatural? What was not so cool? Okay, that's a really good question. I'm not sure if anyone's ever asked me that. As I look out onto West Hollywood, California, Santa Monica Boulevard, trying to think of a good answer for this question. I think probably the coolest thing is that you're essentially Dracula. You are Dracula, and Dracula in my mind is the primary vampire. You know, the first vampire, the strongest vampire, oldest, and all the things you think of when you think of a vampire that makes a vampire so powerful. And that's what Alpha Vamp is. It's cunning, the king of cunning, intelligence, wit, master of chess. Like he is the ultimate, in terms of outsmarting, outmaneuvering essentially any besting any opponent that he's ever faced over his very, 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 very long life, which is very long. It's far, far older than Victorian England, as most vamps tend to be created. He's far, far older than that. So you need to add on a couple of 100,000 years. And one of my favorite lines is when I believe it's from Family Matters, when the Alpha Vamp really, really makes his debut in Supernatural, is when your kind first huddled around the fire, I was the thing in the dark. So he's sort of always has always been there. We just haven't seen him. Maybe we felt him, but that's what makes him so powerful. And they always say that the scariest things are the things you can't see, and he's a master of that. So and has always been that kind of vampire and monster, if you will. Although I don't see him that way as a monster at all. I see him as sort of misunderstood. Yeah. And so it's cool, when you get if you're given the chance as an actor to play a character like that, you have to take it. So I happily took it, and to this day, one of my favorite, not only one of the most challenging characters in my charge, but also it was a character, a role that it frightened me, and that I wasn't sure if I was making the right decisions in terms of how I was producing the character. So uncoolest thing, I can't really think of an uncool thing. There have been quite a few fans who have maybe they've been a little too enthusiastic when they meet me, but I'm kind of I'm very much a team player, so I love meeting people, but I've learned to be just a slightly bit more cautious when I meet people, because it's kind of strange when someone walks up to you and just hugs you, or kisses you, and you've never met this person before. So, but I'm a pretty easygoing person, and I love positive energy, and that's always a wonderful thing. So that's it, my friend. I hope I've answered your questions, and thank you so much for watching Supernatural, and thanks for love, and I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Thanks, Rick. Your answers were so insightful. Dean chose to suck it up. In what Supernatural episode? You can email me the correct episode answer at christa.dening at christasworld.com. Message me privately using Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, or comment wherever you find this. Follow me and subscribe here too. Till next time, August 15th. Share, and remember, #AKF Guest has been seen. See ya.